Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee and Chat with Hallee Bridgeman. I'm so happy you joined me. I have a cup of coffee, but it's not in my hand. It's somewhere else. It's downstairs, I think. I'm staying at a friend's house. Actually, I'm packing to go to the airport right now to go home. So I'm in Dallas, Texas. I had an amazing weekend with some writer friends, Robin Patchen and Lacey Williams and Misty Beller. And we brainstormed, we answered questions, we gave ideas, we fellowshipped, we prayed, we ate. It was amazing. I've never done that on an intimate level with authors before. I've always done it like conferencing, it's same, and then clustering and doing something similar, but never like intention and purpose. And I gotta say, I am refreshed and I'm energized and I'm ready to get back to work and get my books done. And I feel like I know that it's going to happen now and everything is good. And I have all these ideas for everything. And it's wonderful. So I'm thankful for that. And then I spent the night at my friend Leanne Scott Silveri's house last night. And it's always like soul filling to spend time with them and to pray with them and to fellowship with them. And I got to their house at 9:30 yesterday morning and we didn't stop talking until 10, like last night. It was great. So now I'm headed home, just hyper with anticipation of getting back to work. So I also wanted to say that this is Autism Awareness Week. It's the launch of Autism Awareness Week. I would be remiss if I ignored that. And I just wanted to give a little bit of encouragement to you out there with children who have autism. I remember watching the first couple of shows of Parenthood. And so it's just a TV show, one of those family drama saga type TV shows, and it lasted for a few years. And I only saw the first season or two, but in the first few episodes, one of the main characters, one of the family units, their son was being diagnosed with Asperger's, which Asperger's in the United States is no longer a classification. It's, there's no longer a medical classification for Asperger's, but if there was one, then Scott would be like exactly that. But his is just a simple autism diagnosis. And then they have scales, like number scales, and he's on the low end. So they were going through the process of admitting that something wasn't right and going to specialists and getting a diagnosis. And I just remember watching that show and just sobbing because it meant that someone else understood. Like if it was enough that they actually made a TV show that had these things in it with these emotions and these feelings that were so well portrayed, and they're exactly what I'm feeling and they're exactly what I'm thinking at the time, then I know that there are also other parents doing this too in real life, not just in the fiction world of this TV show. And that means that I am not alone. And if I am not alone, then I can get through this. Not I as in we, as in Greg and I. If we are not alone, if this is not unique to our family, then there is hope. And this is something that we can get past. And I just sobbed and sobbed. And I was like, I am not alone. There are other mom and dads out there that feel this way and do these things and have this situation. And it was so freeing for me. That knowledge was freeing for me. And it happened every time we filled out one of those questionnaires. Like there's all these assessments that you have to go through and then reassessments and reassessments. It's like this constant questioning. And so on a questionnaire, there would be this question. And I thought, if he's doing this thing that's so unique and weird, and it's on a questionnaire, other kids do this too. And that means he is not alone. And that means that we are not alone. And this is okay because we are not alone. And it was silly things on the questionnaire. And I always thought, oh, this is unique to Scott. No one else is going through this. And there it is on a questionnaire. So my encouragement to you is you are not alone. also, do not ever say never. I know that when we started this autism journey, Greg and I are like, we will never put him on medication. We will never do this thing. We will never do this thing. And we have him on medication, and he's doing so well. And it's like such a remarkable difference when he is on it. And we've done this thing and we've done that thing. And there's all these things that we said we would never, but they were all said in ignorance. They were all said without enough experience and enough understanding and enough education to truly have that kind of statement to be said. I remember we also said we would never call him autistic. We would never label him that way. And I wrote several blog posts at Hallee the Homemaker about that, about how we would just not make that be his identity and his label. But the fact is, it's what he is. It's part of his identity. And so it's part of his label. And then, let me think, there was one other thing I wanted to say. And I can't remember what it was. But I also just understand that you are not alone. Never say never. And love your kids. Trust your judgment. Love your kids. And pay attention during Autism Awareness Week. If you have a child that is neurotypical, which is, not autistic, not neurological issues, then help educate them this week, because the more kids understand, the more they understand, and the more they know, and the more they know, the more power everyone has. So, all right, so I'm headed home today, and y'all have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. God bless you.